The Fly and the Love for the Prophet. A remarkable true story in the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most compassionate, my dear brothers and sisters. The love of the Prophet Muhammad is the most precious treasure a believer can hold. Whoever loves the Prophet sincerely, know that he has found the love of Allah. Today I want to share with you a true story, one that is so moving, it can shake your heart. It is a story about a lover of the Prophet and a tiny fly. Both together gave the world a lesson in love that will echo till the end of time. This story takes place near the blessed city of Madinah. There lived a young man named Sadiq, who was not a Muslim at that time. He worked hard every day, traveling to Medina to fetch water, carry goods, and perform small tasks to earn his daily bread. While spending time in Madinah, Sadiq would often see how the people of the city would speak with such passion and reverence about someone named Muhammad. In every gathering, on every tongue, there was only one name, echoing Muhammad, but his own heart had not yet tasted this light. One day, as Sadiq walked through the marketplace, he saw an old man sitting on the roadside, tears streaming down his face. Sadiq was moved and approached him. "Oh, uncle, what happened? Why are you so sad?" The old man sighed deeply and said, "Greater than son, today some guests have come to my house. They are travelers who love the Prophet dearly. My heart aches to serve them something sweet, but I have nothing in my home. No dates, no milk." Sadiq did not understand fully who these guests were or what was so special about the Prophet, but he thought, "Let me at least bring some comfort to this old man." He ran back into the market, used up his entire day's wages to buy some fresh dates and a little milk, and returned to the old man. The old man's eyes welled up with tears. Raising his hands, he prayed, "May Allah grant you the love of Muhammad, my son." At that very moment, Sadiq felt something he had never felt before. It was as if a gentle warmth settled in his heart. The name Muhammad began to echo in his chest. From that day on, Sadiq began spending more time in Medina. He would sit among the Muslims, listening quietly to their conversations. He watched how they would weep just at the mention of Muhammad, how every meal began with gratitude for him. At night, Sadiq would lie awake, whispering to himself, "If only I could also be one of Muhammad's people. If only he could look at me, acknowledge me." One afternoon, after a long day's work, Sadiq was walking home when suddenly his foot struck a stone. His pot of water shattered on the ground, and the few coins he had saved scattered into the dust. He sat on the roadside, utterly broken, tears pouring down his face. "Oh Allah, everything I had is lost." Just then, a small fly came and landed on his face. He brushed it away. It returned and sat again near his nose and lips. He swatted it away once more. But for a third time, the fly returned to the same spot. At that moment, an elderly man walked by and smiled gently. "My son, have you ever heard? When a fly lands repeatedly on someone's nose and lips, it means his heart is about to be filled with the love of Muhammad." Hearing this, Sadiq sat stunned. A delicate light sparked in his heart. The next morning, Sadiq found himself walking near Masjid. People were gathered there reciting salawat upon the Prophet. He stood quietly at the edge, listening. Suddenly, tears began to stream down his face. He fell to the ground in prostration. "Oh Allah, please fill my heart with love for Muhammad. Even though I am not one of his people yet, make me his devotee." From then on, his heart was set ablaze a fire that only the remembrance of Muhammad could soothe. He would roam the streets of Madinah saying, "Please, someone tell me more about Muhammad. I want to hear every story, every miracle." Not long after, Sadiq fell ill. His body burned with fever, but on his lips was only one name, Ya Rasul, Allah. Whenever he wept, small flies would come and settle near his face. People remarked, "Look how the flies gather. On him they are like a sign of mercy from Allah." One afternoon, while the sun was setting over Medina's golden sands, Sadiq lay on his bed, eyes closed, lips still whispering. Then, with a gentle smile, he returned his soul to Allah. When people came to prepare his body for burial, they noticed something astonishing. A small fly sat upon his eye, refusing to leave until he was laid to rest in his grave. It was as if Allah was showing that even a tiny creature like a fly could become a sign of love and mercy for a heart that loved Muhammad so dearly. My dear brothers and sisters, what does this story teach us? That Allah can change an entire life through something as small and insignificant as a fly. That the love of Muhammad is the greatest wealth we can ever possess. That a heart touched by the Prophet becomes filled with a light that guides it forever. And that love for Allah and His Messenger can save entire generations. Oh Allah, fill our hearts too with the sincere love of Muhammad. Make us true followers of His sunnah. Let us walk in His footsteps. And on the day of judgment, unite us with Him in paradise. Ameen. If this story touched your heart, please share it with others so that the love of Muhammad may spread far and wide. Remember me in your prayers. May Allah grant you and me both the light of His beloved Ameen.